Hey everyone, it's Casey. Today I wanted to make a little video about lavender. It's one of my favorite oils, and I apologize in advance about the lighting in my house. I've been in like 5 different spots trying to find the perfect place to make this video, and ended up in the living room on the couch with the window open and the light shining in. So if you see my dogs coming up next to me, I'm sorry, it's their spot. I've overtaken it. Um, so, anyways, like I said, lavender, it's one of my favorite oils. Even before I was with doTERRA, I was using lavender. Um, and the main way I was using it was putting it in the bathtub. So after a long day or night of work for me, many times since I used to pull 24-hour shifts, I would get in my bathtub with about 4 drops of lavender, sometimes some Epsom salt, and that was my way to kind of de-wind. Um, it's a very relaxing oil. Um, so I was using it even before I knew a lot of its purposes, just for a relaxation tool. Um, Probably been using it about 10 years. I also, when with my kids, I put it in their bathtubs, trying to get them to hopefully fall asleep at night. Um, so, even before I knew a lot, lavender was one I went to. It's probably the first oil I ever used, um, and will always continue to use it. It's my favorite oil by a long shot. Um, so, one of the things that I really, really like about lavender is the multi uses for it. Like I said, I used it in the bathtub. You can use it in a diffuser, of course. A lot of times I put this in my diffuser at night. I like to mix it with other blends sometimes. I use doTERRA's Balance, and I use cedarwood a lot to kind of help me relax, help my husband relax, de-wind after a long day, help us to get to sleep faster. Um, it's a floral scent. It's very appealing scent. Never really heard anybody say they don't like the smell of lavender. They're probably out there. I'm not saying they're not, but lavender is a very appealing scent. Um, this oil goes back 2,500 plus years. Um, it was even mentioned in the Bible, and it was discussed in John 12:3, where there's a reference to washing Jesus's feet with lavender. Um, the Egyptians used it. They used it in their mummification process. Um, so I mean, it's been around a long time. It was also, if you've seen it in older references, it was also called nard. Um, it was named after a Syrian city of Narda, and it was commonly referred to as nard. So you might hear that reference in history. If you're looking up the history of lavender, you'll see it called nard. Um, Another thing that I have just discovered that I really, really like about lavender is that you can take a drop of this and put it in your mascara, and it will make your eyelashes grow. Awesome, right? Um, and it also makes your mascara smell really good, so that's a plus. You can put a couple drops in your shampoo bottles because it can promote hair growth. Um, you can take a cotton ball. I like to take a cotton ball and put witch hazel and a couple of drops of lavender on it, and just rub it all over my face at night. Um, it helps fix some skin impurities. Of course, the smell helps. Um, a lot of people don't know this, but it is actually an antiseptic. So if you get a bad burn, um, and I'm not talking about the burn like you need to go to the ER burn, burn like you picked up something hot, curling iron. Um, this, put it on a cotton ball, dab it on there, keep dabbing it on there. It's a very powerful antiseptic. Cuts, minor cuts, bug bites. It actually will help with the itching a little bit too. Sunburn. So summer's coming up, you guys. Sunburn. You can even put it in a spray bottle with a couple of drops in a spray bottle. Take it to the beach. When you get off the beach, spray it all over. Um, and speaking of spray bottles, you can make your own linen spray. You put water in linen spray and put probably 10 to 12 in a bottle this size. I would say maybe 10 to 12 drops. I overuse lavender a little bit. But anyways, you can put this in your bottle, spray it on your sheets, spray it on your furniture, just like Febreze, your kids' beds. Um, very, very relaxing smell, so kind of help you de-wine. Um, Another thing, it helps with sleep. I've already mentioned that, but you can not only diffuse it and spray it on your linens, you can actually take this oil and rub it on the soles of your feet. They say on the bottom of your feet is where your pores are the largest, so you actually absorb the oil better on the bottom of your feet. Um, you can use it with a carrier oil. This one's actually safe to use without a carrier oil, but if you prefer, you can use it with a carrier oil, fractionated coconut oil, almond oil, avocado oil, whichever you prefer. Um, and there's benefits to that too. Makes your feet soft. Um, so that that's another thing you can do with it. One thing that I've learned here recently, and this has been a big help for me as a first responder. Um, my anxiety and I've had issues with PTSD. Lavender has been my go-to, my savior. When I start getting those anxious feelings, I can just take this, and this is one thing I like to do with it, especially at night. I just take it, get us a little drop out, rub it together in my palms, and just inhale that lavender. It's so calming, um, and it really, really, really helps with anxiety. Um, it's probably my favorite oil for anxiety. There's other ones. doTERRA has many great oils, and they help with that, but this is probably my favorite for that. Um, so if you do suffer with anxiety or PTSD, depression, any of those kind of things. If you have a child that has ADHD or hyperactive disorder, it would also be good for something like that. And they are safe for children. Rub them on the bottom of your kids' feet. Um, Another thing that people don't know about is you can take certain, not all brands of lavender can you take internally. I want to go ahead and say that up front. So please don't just take any lavender you buy from the store internally. doTERRA is lavender you can take internally. And there are benefits of that if you're diabetic. I'm a type 2 diabetic. This can help regulate your blood sugar. It's crazy, right? That this oil can do so much. Um, so if you do have type 2 diabetes, even type 1 diabetes, um, you can take a drop of this. You can either put it on the roof of your mouth. I do this with a lot of the oils. Just tip your bottle back, stick your finger on the roof of your mouth, hold it there for about 15 seconds. Or you can put it in a bottle of water. So internally for blood sugar, we've covered a lot of things. Headaches. Um, I like to mix this with peppermint. Peppermint is great for headaches, but lavender is also known to help with headaches. I have suffered with migraines for a couple of years now. Since I've been using doTERRA's oils, and it's been a little over a month now that I've been using them to treat headaches, I have not taken my Imitrex but one time. One time. And I probably could have got away with not taking it then, but it was kind of like a habit. I started feeling that twinge of what might be a migraine, and I just went ahead and popped one. Um, so honestly, that's been a game changer for me. Um, I've had debilitating migraines and, nausea, vomiting. I need to be somewhere cold. No lights. Lights bother me so bad. This has helped with that. So um, I can't I can't even go over how many more benefits we have. There's so many benefits of this. Um, and these oils, I know you guys get tired of seeing my post about them, but I'm just so passionate and so excited about all the things that you can do with them and how you can help change your health. You can help change your life, your mindset, which is something I've been focused on myself lately. This past couple of years has been, tougher for me, and I'm learning to change my mindset. I'm learning how to accept change and not get angry at it. I'm learning how to control my anxiety. and be mindful. Learn how to be mindful of other people's feelings, and that's a really hard one for me because as a mom, like we want to control, things with our children. As a wife, we want to control things in our marriage. Um, Sometimes you have to learn that you can't control a situation. You can control your reaction to a situation, but you cannot control a situation. So one thing I've implemented in my life along with the oils is getting up every morning and saying out loud three things that I'm grateful for. Um, and I got this tip from JJ Virgin. I don't know if you guys know her. Very powerful female entrepreneur. Um, but she says every morning she gets up and writes. She actually writes her three things that she's grateful for. So if you want to write them, that's awesome. I like to say them aloud. So for me today, number one was I woke up today. Um, you know, we take it for granted so much. I've been on an ambulance since 2014. Before that, worked in the hospital for a little while, and I've seen so many lives. Just I've watched people die right in front of me, and I've seen the life just go out of them. And you know, it's not pleasant. It's not always pleasant. So I'm so thankful that I woke up today. I have today. I get to spend it with my family. I get to spend it talking about these great oils. I get to spend it just living life, just grasping onto what's out there and taking it by the reins. So that's my first thing. My second thing today would be my three healthy children. Um, they drive me crazy. They're 12, 10, and Aubrey's about to be 8. So, they're at an age where they're going to drive me crazy. But I love them. I'm so glad that they're healthy. I see parents that struggle with sick children. I've transported sick children on the ambulance, and that's a battle. Like as a parent, I can't even imagine going through that and staying strong. How tough that would be, and I know people that have lost their children, and that's something I never want to feel. I never want to feel that hurt. I've seen that hurt on people's faces. I've seen what it does to their lives. I don't want to feel that hurt. So I'm so thankful that I'm blessed with three beautiful, healthy children. And the last thing that I was going to say today about what I'm grateful for is that I'm grateful that I'm open minded. I've always considered myself open minded, but this past couple of months, I've really tuned into that. I'm being receptive to the universe right now. Whatever gifts that it's going to give me, I'm receptive to that. I'm not going to turn them away. And I think we all do that. We want things in our lives, and we um, say we want them, and we want them in our heads, but we don't actively seek them. Well, the universe is always giving us gifts. They're giving it. You're putting that thought out there, and it's trying to give it to you, and we're not taking it. So right now, I'm thankful that I'm in that receptive mind frame to accept whatever gifts the universe can give me. Um, well, it was great talking to you guys, and if you need any help with any of the oils, just let me know. Like I say, if you've never tried them, lavender's a great one to start with. doTERRA has an introductory kit with 3 oils in it: the lavender, peppermint, and lemon. That's on like $26. Um, or you can buy the full size bottle. But there is a great oil to start with. I truly feel like it can help anybody. There's not a person that I know that doesn't have some kind of ailment that lavender can help. Um, but you guys have a great day, and thank you for sticking with me, and we will talk later.